Hi, everyone. I'm Kirsten from the Mass Realty Communications team. And today we're here to talk with Lorrie Dahlen about the Marshfield Farmers Market. So I hope you guys are just as excited as I am because we know that farmers markets are this hub for community. They're a great place to bring people together. They stimulate the local community. And, it kind of ends up being a place where people go, but it's to buy, fresh food and things like that. But it's so much more than that. And I'm going to let Lorrie kind of expand on that because she's the expert. But thank you so much for joining us today. Can you just give a little introduction for yourself?
Sure. I'm Lorrie Dahlen. I have been the market manager at Marshfield Farmers Market, which is year-round, since 2012. The market opened in 2006, so this is our 16th summer. We're really excited about that. Yeah, and That's awesome. Truly a community gathering. You're right. It's not just about food. It's also about meeting your neighbor or the person on the street you haven't seen in a while. You sit down at a picnic table, enjoy a little something to eat, chat a little, listen to the music, maybe bring your kids to see the fire truck day or listen in on a free talk that we have, things like that. It's really fun.
Right. Yeah. So it's so much more than, like you said, going down to get amazing fresh fruits and vegetables for sure. But then, there's this place to bring people together. So you guys just opened this past week for spring, correct?
Yeah. In June 3rd, we started for the summer. We're open every Friday, 2 to 6 p.m.
Okay.
And we go through the end of September for the summer markets. And then we start once a month for winter.
Oh, good. So there is still a winter market. That's great.
Yes.
Yes. I think the worst thing with farmers markets is them ending at the end of the year. So it's nice to have them keep going. How was the turnout for the first opening?
Well, it was kind of not the best day. It was raining all morning and it let up just as the market opened. But we still had a lot of our old regulars that we hadn't seen since last summer because some of our customers are only summer and some are only winter. So it was really nice to see them again.
Cool. Yeah. So you end up making kind of this community with the people and they're sort of end up being your friends at the end of the day too. Hey.
Yes, we all have a lot in common. We all appreciate local food. We like being able to talk directly to our farmer and understand what goes into our food.
Right.
And yeah, we make friendships. And the vendors at our market are kind of special. They help each other. There's some markets that they kind of clash and, I want that spot, I can't. Not at our market. We're called the friendly market and it's for a reason.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's good to hear that there's not like a competition, but instead like fostering community. And, for sure, it's like, I don't have carrots, but Sally over there does or blah, blah, blah.
Right. And it's also a great place to foster a new business. For example, we have a young girl, her mom's been at our market for years selling fabric goods that she makes. And her daughter went to culinary school and she's just starting her business, just started it last year. And she makes her own pasta and sauces, all kinds of Italian food. And she does great. And it's so fun because we've seen her grow up here and now she's selling at the market. And it's a good place to launch because we do help everybody out and customers will help you out. And it's just fun.
Right. Yeah, that's so special. It definitely adds like a little bit of something more. I think for people that live directly in Marshfield or maybe come for the markets or if they're visiting, they can probably feel that there's like that community tie there. That's awesome.
Yes, I would agree.
So you guys are 16 years, you said this year?
This is our 16th summer. And some of our vendors actually were at our first market and have been there for like Crettenon's Farm Stand is one of our vendors. They've only missed one market in the entire prior 15 years. And I think it was like something really major that happened that was like, yes, you definitely shouldn't be coming. I don't remember what it was, but
that's wild.
Yes, very dedicated. We're open rain or shine and total dedication by these vendors.
Right. That really helps a lot to make sure, you have that like consistency that when you go down on Fridays, you're going to know that the vendor that you're looking for for is going to be there.
Yeah.
That's great. And where exactly can people find the market if they're not familiar with Marshfield?
So most of the time, all but 4 weeks of the year or 3 weeks of the year, we are at the Marshfield Fairgrounds, right at the grandstand. So you enter through gate A, and there's always people there to help show you where to go, but there's signage too. And we're outside and underneath the grandstand, so that even when it rains, you're undercover for most of the market. Some of our vendors are so hardcore, they will not come in even when it's raining. They like to be outside. But others, when it rains, we offer them the choice to come in, and like the bread vendor will come inside because bread doesn't do so well in the rain.
I can imagine soggy bread is less than ideal, but
yeah. And then during the Marshfield Fair, which of course is a huge agricultural fair that happens every year in the last 2 weeks of August, and during the Levitate Music Festival, which is in July, those 3 weeks, we are at the town green in Marshfield, which is right behind the town hall. And that's a nice setting. It's in the grass with the tall trees. You just park at town hall and come over.
Okay, excellent. That's good. Where is the best place for people to keep in touch with what's going on in the market? Social media or a website, some kind of news?
Well, we have both. We have a website that has information, and I try to keep that up to date all the time.
Perfect. Yeah, we'll link that in the description afterwards. So
great.
Yeah.
And then we also have a Facebook page, and our handle is at Marshfield FM. And we put current stuff on there. And we also are on Instagram and Twitter. But I would say Facebook is probably our most popular place for interaction.
Right. That makes sense. Okay, excellent. So definitely people can go follow you there. And, if they forget which weeks of the year you're going to be in the other spot, they can check in.
Exactly. We'll have it in a post there. And yeah.
Great. So we've talked a little bit about, there's obviously great bread, lots of fruits and veggies, even pastas and sauces. What other kind of things can you find at the market? Are there artisanal goods or?
Yep. There's always honey and eggs. There's microgreens. Okay. We have, by pre-order only, we have fish, pork, and beef, but you have to pre-order and then you can just pick it up at the market. We also have some select artisans, and those kind of rotate through. For example, we have Papa Smith Toys. He does wood crafts as well as toys, and the kids love them. They're like indestructible, battery-free, screen-free toys. We have Joe Shaw art. He's a watercolor painter. Everybody loves his stuff. We sometimes have photographers there. Quilt maker is almost always there. Flowers, fresh flowers. Marvin's Gardens has beautiful flowers. She's there about every other week.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, you can come down for gifts and food and flowers and just about everything.
Little souvenirs. If you're just visiting Marshfield, you have a rental for a week in the summer. Just come on down and visit, and you'll find a nice souvenir as well as a goodie to eat.
Yeah, for sure. Well, there's something just so much more special with a souvenir when it was like made from a local person that lives there. Exactly. I don't know. I just think there's like almost an essence that you bring of the place. So that's a little bit more special as opposed to, sometimes there's the postcards or whatever that have just been like popped out. So that's really cool.
Definitely.
That's excellent. So are you guys doing something special then this year for the 16th summer, or are there just always lots of events kind of all summer long?
Well, we're trying to bring back a lot of the events that we had to eliminate due to COVID. Mm-hmm. So for example, this week we have a special talk on growing giant pumpkins. And the person who's giving the talk is a Marshfield resident. And he has won the giant pumpkin contest like 3 times at the fair. And he has his biggest one, 1,503 pounds.
No way. That is incredible.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's going to give a talk telling how to do it. It sounds really interesting. I can't wait to go watch. And I figured it's a great family thing to do together over the summer and then enter it in the fair, even if it's not huge. It's just kind of a fun family thing.
Right.
So we're bringing back a lot of events and talks like that. We hope to bring in like cheese making. We hope to bring in an ice cream, a local farm that makes their own ice cream. We hope to bring them in. The fire truck, the police cars, the tractor, all the things the kids love to see and visit.
Awesome.
Cookie decorating day for the kids, things like that.
Great. Awesome. So there's a lot going on. Definitely to keep an eye out on those pages and then go check it out. If you're a longtime local or if you're new or anywhere in between visiting as well. Great.
Yes.
Awesome, Lorrie. Before we kind of wrap things up, is there anything I didn't ask that you wanted to mention or?
Oh, yes. Well, we do have an online ordering system.
Okay.
And that's for people who either don't have enough time on Friday to pick up. You know, they need to kind of buzz right through, or maybe they need to come right at 6 and they know that things will be sold out by then. So our virtual market is always available. And I'll give you the link for that.
Yeah, for sure.
And like I said earlier, there's some vendors, they can only do the virtual or they're every other week virtual and live. So that just helps ensure that customers can get their products.
Great. Yeah. Because I mean, sometimes who knows what you have going on during the day on a Friday or in the afternoon, and it's just too hard to get down. So that's great to have that alternative, because
it is.
I think a big thing that stops people from going to farmers market sometimes, is they don't have that window. So
it is a short window, but we can only tie up our farmers so much time at farmers markets. Otherwise, they don't have time to grow and pick.
Exactly. It's a tough job.
It is.
Excellent. It is. Awesome, Lorrie. Well, that sounds so great. And I'm hoping that more people that are checking out this video have learned something about the market, and they'll head on down there on Fridays and then in the winter as well. And we'll have a couple of links down in the description and in the blog that you guys can check out at in the link as well for Mass Realty. So thank you everybody for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget, if you're interested in talking with us as well about your business or farmers market or establishment, that we'd love for you to get in touch with us. So thank you.
Thank you.